మిత్రులారా బంధువులారా వనక్కము స్వాగతము వెల్కమ్ టు సౌత్ ఏషియా మ్యాప్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఛానల్ యువర్ ప్రజెంటర్ డాక్టర్ జె రెడ్డి జొగ్గారి తిరుపతి రెడ్డి. Mitranam, we are continuing our fascinating series, that is the Aurangzeb series, a very prominent ruler of Bharat who ruled round about 50 years and lived for 90 years and has an active political military career of round about 72 years after he was sent as a campaign a general against the Bundela rulers of Odisha. So, Part 5. The title of the presentation is Aurangzeb and his unpleasant historical legacy. Legacy means after the ruler passed away, his ideas and all these things inherited by the next generation or influenced people and so on, the legacy. Post-Aurangzeb legacy, uncomfortable legacy in Bharat, we'll look at it. This is the ideological perspective and this should give a broader, deeper understanding of connecting the current socio-political, economical niches round on either side of Radcliffe line, Partition line, that is the Bhagirathi line, that is the Rob's line, Allah's line. And all these presentations, Mitronam, I posted, these are the presentations, Aurangzeb series, I will add others later. We are in part 5, Aurangzeb's uncomfortable historical legacy. Ideological perspective. Before that, we looked at Aurangzeb's 5 sons, overall Aurangzeb's 4 wives, and all of them I have posted for your convenience at South Asia Maps YouTube education channel. There are 780 or so presentations as of 2025 April Ramanavami time, and I have put them in round about 75 or so playlists, and you can pick and choose the topic of your interest. That's not the one. Aurangzeb and historical legacy. Aurangzeb was born, this is the place called Dahod near Godhra, the Panchmahal district in the our historic Mahikanta district region. That is, and 1618 October, this is the passed away at Bingar, that is the suburb of Ahmednagar and the Balgat Plateau, 1707 February. So this is the Anand railway station, this is the Godhra railway station, Vadodara Baroda railway station. On the Godhra railway junction to Ratlam, Ujjaini, Indore, this is the railway tracks, Dahod is there, Godhra is there. That is the Mahi river, Mahikanta river here. This is the railway station, the other railway line during the British time from Ajmer and Chittorgarh to Ratlam goes to Indore. This is the Dahod is between the Ratlam junction and Godhra junction, you can see. Aurangzeb was born in Gujarat, Dahod, died and buried in Marathwada region of Maharashtra. Aurangzeb ruled for 50 years as a Padshah. Padshahi 50 years, 1658. He wrested the crown fighting a major battle at Samugarh, southeast of Agra, also called Fatehabad now, and ruled 25 years in the north and 25 years in the south. We can say he's a very unique ruler where he ruled North India from South India most of his life. Even he lived most of his around about 39 years or so out of his 89 years, or if you take the prominent military career, take away 18 years or so. So he lived much of his life in South India. The Radcliffe line, the legacy. Radcliffe line is the Ravi line or Radcliffe line across the Darul-Mumin and Dar-ul-Harb. Mumins, believers, non-believers, Kafis, Illam and Jahir. This is the ideological line, partition line during 1940s. Congress surrendered 5 subas. The Radcliffe line or Bhagirathi line in the east is called in Bengal, or Barak line in Assam. Invisible Radcliffe lie like Malabar in the many parts of Bharat today with the immense amount of Momini population. All are the historical legacy of Kabatul-Islam, Islamic imperialism in Bharat, of which major propeller of Kabatul-Islam is Aurangzeb. Current social unrest manufacturing the grievances by the Jinnah's League, hurling at them, Congress leaders becoming apologetic and explaining them away and try to adjust and behave like good boys, and social unrest, rioting and direct action day, Naukali day and Tipera riots and 1946 all are legacy of Islamic rule in India. Aurangzeb is a prominent propeller, and in fact, during his time, this ideation consolidated very much. The current demographic invasion from my Mensing area, that is the Bengal and Assam, silent invasion, the Rohingyas from the Arkan region of Brahmadesha, Burma, and all these into Bengal and throughout Bharat, also the historical legacy left over of Islamic imperialism in Bharat, of which Aurangzeb, Mughal Padshah, is the great profounder. Annihilation of Hindu intellectualism, disembowelment that is called. Hindus have become very apologetic of their culture and heritage and history. They lost the self-confidence during almost from 700 to 1700 Islamic imperialism in Bharat, and later under European imperialism, colonialism, British imperialism, Machiavellism also. Intellectual poverty has overtaken the society, called Bhava Daridram, intellectual inability to understand the issue at serious ideological levels, what is happening even after surrendering Paschim Punjab, Purbi Bengal, Sylhet, Srihatta, Chittagong, Tarparkand, and all those Baluch, Brahui regions, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh, and so on. Partition, post-partition, partition continuum is the legacy of Islamic imperialism in Bharat, of which Aurangzeb is the strong propeller, profounder, a support, a pillar. Hindus have become the heavers of wood and drawers of water in their own Matrubhu. They face a very uncertain future today as a large swaths of territories, even after partition, today are turning green in nature. So they are losing their majorities today in many districts. Like Malabar and Simanchal in the Kosi region of Bihar, and Chicken Neck region, the Malda Gap region between the Rajmahals and Meghalaya Plateau, Northeast area, Assam, the Barak Valley, and also disarmament of Kafir's physical, ideological, intellectual, rise of anti-Brahminism, and all those areas. Aurangzeb consolidated circular ideology. Ideology is not prone for discussion and debate. It's all there. There is no criticism of intellectually Islam in the Muslim world, unlike Christianity in North America and Europe. It's a closed ideology. An unverifiable agency called God is there. He gave the book, you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, and you will be annihilated. This is self-righteous. That's the only correct ideology. Rest are wrong. Very exclusive. It doesn't accept any other idea, culture, belief system. Essentially, it is a warmongering against non-believers. Believers who are outside this fold or parent body. all these things were consolidated during the time of Aurangzeb's 90 years of 50 years of his rule, his life, and almost 72 years of his practical military generalship. This I discussed from the Voice of India think tank scholars Sri Ram Swarup Mahayogi and Mahadrishta Sitaram Goel's perspective. We discussed about the yogic perspective of the belief system. The cradle means belief system and ideologies about Islam, inscrutable entity, incomparable person, and human history divided into Jahiliya darkness, mankind into Mumins, believers, Kafirs, infidels, non-believers, world divided into Darul Mumini and Dar-ul-Harb to be sordid, annihilated, and all those things I won't go here, and you can look at it. Why this is connected to Aurangzeb means that is the legacy he left, he fortified. So like a current Bengali Mumini occupied Assam large scale, the dilution of the Hindu population in this area also is one of the legacy Aurangzeb left. And Lahore resolution, Nakli versus Asli and all. Lahore resolution is Ghazwa-e. Lahore is a continuation of Ghazwa-e-Hind that was Aurangzeb did and spent 25 years in Deccan fighting against Maratha population, Maratha nationalist. Elephant in the room, the very huge population, even after surrendering. That's what Dr. Coenrad Elt said. Generally, partition means you give the territories to the unwilling sections of the society, your own body or ethnic linguistic group. Like in Europe, Russia, Poland, Prussia, all those things happen just like that. They have the homogeneity after trading the territory. In Bharat, that didn't happen. That is the major issue. Partition itself should have been good as Congress leadership peacefully transferred the population to them. They fought very violently. They didn't want to live with the parent body. That's good. You go and live there and happily forever and peacefully. That didn't do and left a vast uncomfortable legacy. That is also part of the legacy that Aurangzeb propelled, and he was the great propeller or propounder, a defender of that ideology. That's broad. Broadly, I will hope I also looked at it across the four Punjabs, Radcliffe line. You can look at this, some of the points. And that's what Aurangzeb in South Asia ruled 150 million population. At that time, in a world of 700 million people, 18% nearly population or so. And he was born in Dahod, south of Mahi River, Mahikanta region here, and Godhra or Panchmahal district, and rested the crown in 1658 near across the Chambal and Yamuna, that is Samugarh, and 1682 came to south crossing the Burhanpur Pass. Here, 25 years fought against the Maratha nationalist, left a vast uncomfortable legacy today. His grave mausoleum lies in Deccan itself, that is in Aurangabad or Shambhajinagar region, Marathwada. So that's what I tried to put it in a broader perspective. Hope this will give you a different perspective, and we'll see you in the next presentations, Mitranam. You can post your comments and suggestions, and thank you very much. Dhanyavad.